Well, I've been talking to myself, haven't I? Because I just realised the microphone was switched off. Yep, that's me, absent-minded. Better check that before I start yapping. I'm going to try and keep an eye on the chat. But, hey, we have paint on the canvas. I'm just figuring out where I should put the door. There's something going to go in there somewhere. I'm using... Well, I'm not going to say anything about that, so you can ask me. Sorry if I'm talking quietly. Yeah, anyway. This is roughly where the door's going to be. And the door is from... So this is about the water line. The water line is going to be somewhere around about there. And the bottom of the building is kind of somewhere around about there. It's almost square, so if I take the door okay, so yeah, so we're about this and this. More or less, it's slightly taller than it is square. So that's a slightly taller. That's not quite square, is it? I don't think. I don't have anything in stone right now. Yeah, so actually, a little bit high. I suppose our mouse, we can sketch it. We don't want the building too small. I don't want it too big either. So let's make that there. Top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, a bit, 4, a bit. Make my arm ache. I'm used to this. Just switch hands. There's a little dark spot there, which I'm going to use as the centre. You can sometimes get too carried away with being too accurate, too finagly. I'll find the edges. Take a bit off. And the trouble is, water-based oils are you can get a bit wet. You don't want to use too much water with them. No, I think I'll have to stick with this door now, aren't I? You can't really see it very clearly on the video, can you? Is it because it's try and change the hue of the camera. Camera 1. Can't think of the video. Just change. Here it looks all a bit yellow. A minute. Yeah. It's a bit better. Increase the contrast a bit, maybe so you can see it a bit better. I don't know how much difference that makes. Sorry, you can't see my errors. Are we thinking more about 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, more or less. It's hard to see if that's part of the building or not. It must be, can't be trees, can it? It's the white bit on the edge. In front of them dark trees. It's got to be part of the building, and it's just like daubed in there. And then this should be about the edge. Building, somewhere about here. And somewhere about there. Right, that's like the outside of the goes there, goes there, all the way down there. And so that means that the main part, the large part of the door, and doorway, should I say, is like so. And the dark part in the centre is going to be round about, I'll get it very dark, I'm going to be around about there. Okay, now we're getting there, now we're getting more or less, so that comes down there, down there, and get some lines across, just a bit above the door to this way, and that's further up there. Lines there. I actually get that. I'm looking. See, this is what I do. I get obsessed and start forgetting that I shouldn't be thinking of this as a building. I should just be thinking this as shapes, because. Okay, so we're going to have some shapes over here that kind of resemble the tree outline. Oh god, we have to put that top on, don't we? Which actually this bit's a bit thick. I'm going to have to adjust that later on. I need, where have they got? Can I wash it off? Might be able to wash it off. It's a bit thick. So, oh yeah. This is a lot thinner. Like so. Which makes that dome look a bit more. It's bad. It's deceiving. Let's trim it there. Stick. That's quite tall. A little cap on the top there. And I think that might be a cross. And that's probably a bit. We can afford for the dome to get a bit bigger actually. Ah, lovely thing. We're getting closer to the mark. We've got quite a step down here. So. Oh, where's my coffee? So that's the new water line. But that's not water that side, that's the bank which comes down actually. Ah, spraying paint onto my laptop screen. Right. There we go. Some trees are full. Crikey, don't skip outside this sky, piece of sky. Why, I didn't have to increase the size of that building. Mind you. It's okay. Don't be too small, do we? Remy wanted the wanted some architecture, so he's getting architecture. Okay, we're not copying these trees, we're merely just intimating as to where they might be. Just in some rough marks just to see. Let's. We got that bank there. The bank which comes down right across in front of the building, and then it's the tip of that, and it comes back all the way this way, and it's up there. There's a little man here. Little statue figure. Giving a little wave. He's sticking his arm in. So just remember that's where the little man is. I don't even know if I'm going to put him in there. Right now we got all these trees going up here, here. It's a big thicket. It's actually that's taller than there, so we'll keep that high. Road going this way, trees going this way, down here. Thicket. Let's do the thicket. We'll get in there. Oh, we're going to put a few reeds in down here. Let's intimate some water. Some water. And there. I'll put some of that thicket in. Don't really need to put the thicket in right now. Alright, I'm going to sit and look at that for a second. Might take a little bit off of that building as we go in. Now remember, I'm thinking of turning this more into a night scene or an evening scene with the moon. I'm not having the moon in this one. Just thinking of putting, because this is the right hand side painting. So I think we got this more or less in a good place. That's like 0.61, that's 0.5, 0.5, 0.61, I think 0.61 there and 0.61 there. 0.61 there, 0.61 there. So that's just off. Looks okay. Looks about in a decent place. It's not too in the middle. So it's not taking total centre stage. I think it's a little bit bigger than I planned. What do you think, Rami? Is it too big? Okay. Let's take a shot with the camera, the iPhone camera, just for progress. How long have we been going? Should I take a break? Where's the time? Don't tell me I haven't been. Oh, 42 minutes. 42 minutes. 42 minutes. I must remember to mute the speakers. Maybe I should plug a headset in. Let's sort that out. There. Okay. Right. Ash. Ash says, "Oh, looks beautiful." Thank you, Ash. Alright, well, I can't get into messaging on the iPhone as well. It's too complicated. Streaming, Twitch, and iPhoning, and painting, and drinking coffee. It's all too many things to do, all in one go. Yeah, I think the dome is almost good. It's that funny little extension on the top. I don't think I'm sure if it's pops or not. I need to go to the other. No, I'm not going to do that now. I'll get distracted. Alright. Now, since where's the mouse? Since see, the bridge is quite central in this one. So I think I just need, you know what? I don't want this to be too symmetrical. I think I'm just going to do the bridge is in more or less the same place as the building, but in the other picture. Well, it's actually slap bang in the middle. I don't want it slap bang in the middle. Which way should I do it? Should I move it that way? Or should I move it that way? I think I'll move it this way a little. Yeah, bring them together. Yeah, so even if you wanted to switch the paintings around, if you wanted to put the left on the right and the right on the left, vice versa, they're going to stay symmetrical. I don't want them in the middle, so the bridge, on the bridge and the building, same. I think the bridge looks slightly wider. I was looking on another photograph somewhere else. To try and scale this building with this bridge. Now, when someone is standing on the bridge, if they were standing upright, their waist, halfway up their waist, would come to the top of the bridge there, and their feet would be somewhere around about this darker line in the middle. So I figured out that from the bottom of the bridge here to the top of the bridge there was approximately 3 meters, because someone, so a man standing with his feet there, let's call the man, say the man was 6 foot-ish, just a little under 2 meters. He would be like a meter above there, and that's about a meter to there. So I don't think he'd be standing a meter, maybe 2.5 foot, which is like 3/4 of a meter maybe. Yeah, well, anyway, let me get that picture. Let me get it. I think it'll be in reference and in the bridge. I don't know if the bridge has a proper name. Let's open this up and then find that one I was talking about. That's a nice picture of the bridge. That's good. That's a good. That's probably my better reference. So the platform of the bridge is right around this part here. So this woman is standing on there, with her waist at the top there, so her legs will be down there. So let's say it's a woman, so she's probably a little bit over 5 foot, call her 5.5 foot for argument's sake. Is what, 5.5 foot. So 3 foot. So it's only 2.5 meters deep. Anyway, you can see how tall she is. And the door in here, someone's going to stand like at 3/4 over there. So the bridge is going to be somewhere about as tall as this door. Yeah, let's do that. Of course, it depends on how close or how far away it is. We know that bridge could be further away or closer. So, but if we can keep the height of the bridge, the main part of the bridge, about the height of this doorway, which means then, let's go back to the other picture, and the other picture. So you got How wide is the bridge? One, two, three. So 1, 2, 3.5. Yeah, so the bridge can afford to be a little bigger. So we'll bring that a little closer. We'll bring the bridge a little closer. Bring it a little lower and a little closer. I don't want it going half out of the building because on the top of the bridge, I think I'll have running there. So we need to bring the top of the bridge down to the bottom of the bridge. And the water line will lower down, yes. That's what I'm going to do. Alright. We're almost at the hour mark, so I'm going to take a break. And contemplate starting Ash's Bridge. Okay. Be seeing you.